Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again, another reaction for you guys. Take us, of course, here to the journey of Generator Rex. This is season 1, episode 8. Of course, it won't know the title until I get into the episode, and that's fine. I don't need to know titles, it's all good. So, last week's episode, I actually have it pulled up here on the phone because I don't want to screw up his name again because I've been saying it wrong for quite a while. Van Cleis, not Van Clive, Van Cleis showed up. And for some reason, there's no real explanation to this. I have to say this slow. He has diplomatic immunity. I tried to record an intro a few minutes ago and I flubbed that a couple times and it just wasn't working, so I had to restart again. But he has diplomatic immunity. I don't know how, but he voided it because when he shows up and he's at the UN giving a speech, and also like one of those giant worm creatures or whatever that's bringing soil over from his home to like under the UN embassy or whatever, and so that's how he can use his abilities and shit. He just wanted to take over. There was no peaceful talks or some bullshit. Of course, Cersei was there as well. And unfortunately, I don't think she's understanding what's really happening here because she's still working with him, even though seeing what he was doing to the area, to the city, because literally he was taking over the UN building and then he was starting to spread out his like vines and whatever else, whatever he was doing with his abilities. Of course, Rex was involved trying to take him down or whatever, threw him through a fucking building, and then he just slammed through his entire building and just got him like, all right, cool, all right, that's cool, I guess. Like, he was really unfazed by that, and I'm glad that Rex found a way in terms of the water to take him down. It was a really intense episode. I wasn't sure where it was going. I didn't expect to go the direction it did, but with opening with him, I should have known this was not going to be good. Because Rex wanted, of course, hurt him and attack him and everything, and then they had to stand down because he had diplomatic immunity. It was just like, what the fuck? But anyways, I'm really enjoying the show. It's really a fun ride so far, and I cannot wait to dive in to see what's next, guys. So let's jump into it now. Let's go. What? What the fuck?
This is different.
We can deal with the whys later. Right now, the priority is getting Rex back.
You too, Agent 6. We just picked up the last person to see him.
Who?
6, a transport is en route to pick you up. I'll take care of the situation here.
Rex to Providence. Come in. Hello?
Where did she send him?
Anyone here?
What is Van Cleis up to, Breach? Where did he have you send Rex?
Van Cleis isn't always in charge of me.
I have Breach in custody. We'll get her to talk.
Breach. Ah, that figures.
Ah.
1 minute I was fighting some Evo. Badlands. Well, at least they know where they... Creepy.
What the fuck?
Holiday? If you don't find it under schools, try asylums.
But it's not a school. But it is a school.
What?
What's that supposed to
Yeah,
mean?
what does that mean? What?
But Rex is too cool for school.
Breach isn't cooperating. She's
Of course she won't cooperate.
I always saw him more as metal. Híjole.
What the hell? Battering ram. Oh. They're gonna shoot her? They're gonna shoot you.
Oh, fun.
Well, that was good. You cured her.
Okay, lady.
Lady.
It's over. Oh, you have no idea how glad I am to find other people. Okay. I just de-evoed someone, and it looks like Breach got to her somehow.
I don't want it. No good. No good.
That's impossible.
Sometimes
Who
we
is
get
this girl?
ice cream if we behave.
Literally a ghost town, it seems. Yeah.
You get nothing from me.
This may
Seems
hurt a
like it.
little.
You're giving like little riddles, and I don't know what you're doing.
Bottom of the Atlantic. If we do this enough times, I might see a pattern. Pull up the Ohio anomaly file now.
What about it?
Okay, next up, Toledo. Huh? Huh? Oh, come on, that was a good one. You'll be saving no time, kid. Kid?
That's crazy.
I just drove into a big giant nothing.
2 years ago, Greenville vanished. Only thing left was a crater. A day later, every resident was found alive and well in Antwerp.
Yeah, I know. I'm a genius. Wait, what did I
What?
figure
What?
out?
What Greenville is. Breach's personal personal dollhouse.
Bottom of the Atlantic. Naples. Kigali. Sri Lanka.
Doc, I think one of your probes just showed up.
You might make her mad.
Who is this girl? Why'd he take
Worried
her?
about you.
Eyes on the shoulders? Ugh.
Oh, cool.
Whoa! Well, I'll put him right back to sleep.
No, don't. There might be a nest. Nice work.
Would you believe it's all part of Bobo's master plan?
Yeah, bullshit.
It's a holiday.
Bullshit. Does that girl do anything? Just stand there? Yep.
You do know how to laugh, right?
Probably not.
Creepy.
Really?
Breach coughed up a few Evos.
3 of them? Retractable
Yes.
fangs?
Yes.
Red almost as bad as Bobo's?
How did you know?
Stop it.
Rex, what did you just do?
Download some mopeds.
Stop. She'll be angry.
Who is this girl?
Separate dimension only she can access.
Yeah, that makes
You
more
have
sense
him,
now.
don't you?
He's my new favorite.
You're not from around here, are you?
She talks to me. I'm her friend.
Evo! I knew it!
I'm going to break you now. Then she won't want you anymore.
What in the fuck? This episode's weird. I'm just saying.
I make her happy.
Apparently you do. Well then, send him out. Whatever.
And he's shiny and new. The other one is old. I'm tired of old.
Rex, what's going on?
Go for it.
Can't let you be her favorite.
Hey!
Well, apparently he is. And you're old, apparently.
You don't need him.
Our transport should be here any second. Just don't let these things surround you.
Giant foot. Go for it. Damn.
Stop breaking my things.
It ain't your things, though.
Whatever you're doing in there, keep it up.
Nope.
If you want this to stop, it's easy. Let him go.
No!
Jesus Christ. Just slammed her. There you go. My God, just dumping it everywhere. There you go. Damn.
I am not staying here!
Oh God. Heat vision or something? Whatever?
I can be your favorite. You ruined everything.
Well, yeah, because... Oh, come on.
Hate me. It's over. My only place. It would have been perfect.
What? Did Breach just die?
I should get kidnapped more often.
People can be a lot more fragile than we think.
So, how'd it feel in there?
Weird.
I don't know.
There you have it, guys. That was episode 8 of season 1 of Generator Rex, and the title makes so much sense because the title is Breach, and we're focusing on Breach in this episode, so it makes a lot of sense. I was surprised by this episode. I wasn't sure where we were going to go because we open with him waking up in some sort of creepy classroom. I'm like, where are we going with this? And it's really focusing on this Breach character. Now, obviously, she's not revealing a lot of information, but I can kind of, from my interpretation, start to kind of piece together Breach as a character, kind of, based on what she was kind of doing. Because she took Rex randomly during a fight, which we never saw, and she just shows up and just takes Rex and puts him into this, like, weird thing where he's in this, like classroom, and then it's like a school, but it's like an asylum. There's some weird creepy shit in it, and he comes across this girl who's being chased by this really creepy Evo. And the Evos, once again, I will keep saying, the Evo designs in this show are creepy and uncomfortable, but they're also unique, and they stand out, right, in terms of design. So we got to give the credit there because, you know, they really make that like a thing to where when you see an Evo, you don't know what the hell it's going to look like because they're all so different, you know? So with that little girl being an Evo that's been there for a very long time, that's one of Breach's dolls that's always around, and then apparently Breach has thrown away old toys, or dolls in this case, and has kept that little girl around, and apparently Breach is done with that particular doll as her favorite or something, because now Rex is the new shiny thing and that's the old thing. And like the design of the little girl when she became an Evo, the slug kind of thing with her face, like it was really fucking creepy. But it's in line with the show. It really is. So in terms of Breach's character, I think she talks a certain way in terms of like giving like kind of riddles, kind of saying something when not really saying something, is kind of in line with what I expect, because she really hasn't talked a lot in this show up to this point. This is, I think, the most we've ever heard her speak, obviously, because the focus was really on her talking to Holiday and everything, and basically trying to avoid questions or avoiding giving answers. But with her revealing that she took this town, like Greenville, Ohio, or something, like she took a whole town, and the way she's putting things together and all this kind of stuff. Now, what the show doesn't say here, but I'm assuming, just kind of going based on what we're seeing here, what I'm seeing here, this is where she grew up. That's my guess. She grew up in Greenville. She took the town and put it into an alternate dimension only she can get access to, so she has a connection to it. And so she's placing things a certain way within this town, and she wanted to keep it a certain way that probably reminds her when she was younger, before she became who she is today as Breach. I'm guessing the little girl who is an Evo is kind of a placeholder of her when she was younger in that school. That's my guess, because I don't know why else she would have this random little girl who kind of acts like her, because Breach is kind of like, doesn't really talk. The little girl really didn't talk much either until she got really angry and stuff, because she's like, I'm her favorite. You're tearing everything down. You're destroying everything. I feel like that little girl is basically her within what she was doing when she was younger in that town, in that school. That's my guess of why Breach took that specific town, why it was taken. And she wanted everybody out. So I think that's what it was. She grew up there, and then when she became an Evo, she wanted to have some sort of connection to her past. That's my guess, right? Now, I could be completely wrong, right? She could have just randomly took a town and started doing whatever the fuck she wants. But the reason, like, it was hitting me a certain way, I'm like, I think she's just trying to have a connection to her past before she became who she is. And that little girl, because that little girl didn't turn to her Evo version of herself. Even though she was saying, oh, I fought the Evos and I was doing what she wanted. It feels like to me like that little girl was just kind of hanging out and just kind of like, this is what she envisioned herself, or this is kind of like representing her in her own dream fantasy type situation here before she became an Evo, before she became Breach, right? And she was getting really, really, really upset and removing stuff when it was destroyed or whatever, or damaged. She would just get rid of it, right? Got rid of the Evos, got rid of all the things that were basically just being tore down that she didn't like anymore. She didn't like it. It tells me that she has a deep connection to the way it looked, to the way things were. So that's where I'm coming from. That's where I think it was happening here. I could be wrong, but I think that's what was happening here. I do like the fact that Holiday got more of a focus in this episode, because she has been kind of relegated to being more of a side character, just giving out jargon, just kind of just saying tech stuff or just whatever, getting from point A to point B. It really wasn't like the last time we really had focus was when it was revealed that, I think it said her sister was that Evo that was locked up or whatever, that's an uncurable. The first time we ever found out that's actually a thing. There's uncurable Evos out there. But since then, there's been some focus here and there, but there really hasn't been more, like, she's more in the forefront, if you will, of an episode. So it was good to see that, because she was the one taking point of asking questions. Because I felt like with Agent 6, just, of course, him and Popo, they were fucking out there just fighting, like, these Scorpion Evo things or whatever. It was like, okay, there's a weird side thing happening here. No real explanation of, like, I mean, they gave an explanation, but it just felt kind of strange how they're just out there and they take forever to get picked up. I feel like Agent 6 wouldn't really be able to ask the questions that Dr. Holiday was trying to do, or at least to try to talk to her, because he's not really that kind of person. Now, he has surprised me on occasion talking to Rex about certain shit, about being, you know, a teenager and all that kind of stuff, and trying to sympathize with the fact that, you know, Rex is not just a weapon for Providence, but he's, you know, he's also a teenager as well. Like, he has emotions and shit. But it was good Dr. Holiday was the one doing that versus him. So it worked out for the best. I like that part, too, where she breaches through those 3 Evos, like with the mouths or whatever, the sharp teeth or whatever, no eyes, but they have the eyes on their shoulders, and she just like dodged all of them, and then they went to like close to where the breach was and just opened the door, and they fell through to a trap door. Like that was a good little moment. Like, good Dr. Holiday. All right, cool. You know, we haven't seen in a bit is Rex's friend Noah. We haven't seen him in a bit. Well, what's going on with that? Just randomly thought about that. But yeah, this episode was a little strange, but I think it was great to highlight a character from the villain side, because we got to see more of like, okay, so who is she? And we don't really get a lot of information in terms of like actually being spoken, but like I've been kind of saying, it feels like we got more of information in terms of just kind of seeing the visuals of like, okay, she took this town, and why is she really upset? The fact that it's being destroyed a certain way, and it's messing up, and she doesn't like that he's destroying things, and he wanted her as a doll or whatever and he says, "Well, I can't be called an action figure." It's like, that's a fair point, but it was good. It was good to see this a different kind of episode, because yeah, we had Evos, we're dealing with Breach, but we kind of got to learn more about a villain, right? A character that we've been kind of, because the last episode, she was using her abilities to hold open the breach so that those worms could bring that soil over from, you know, Abyssus or whatever it's called. I think that was the name of it, whatever. The soil over so that, you know, Van Cleis could actually use the soil and use his abilities there instead of having to only do it back home. So to see more about her, I'm assuming backstory, interesting, cool. Okay. We'll see if that's true or not down the road, but I'm hoping I'm right, at least, or somewhat. But yeah, this was a good time. Generator Rex is proving that it knows how to tell some interesting stories, and the Evo designs, like I was saying, are so creepy. It just works for the show, because they're really, I think, pushing the limits in terms of what can be accomplished with this show, in terms of designs of the creatures and shit like that, and they're not afraid to like really just creep you out. And I think that's cool, you know, like, because they're not making Generator Rex for young kids. Well, these are like for a little bit older kids to hopefully enjoy. It's unfortunate the show doesn't really get a lot of attention. The fact that it's not available on streaming anywhere is really unfortunate, because I feel like now it would get an audience, right? It would get people like to tune in and check out. If it had an opportunity to be on streaming, I think people would give it a chance, or like check it out for the first time, because I'm definitely gonna, if it ever goes to Max or goes to any streaming service, I'm definitely gonna promote it and push it, saying, people, okay, if you've never seen Generator X, go watch it. It's on streaming here or whatever, if it ever does, because it deserves it, you know. So overall, this episode, Breach, was pretty solid. Wasn't sure where it was going, but the reveals in it and everything, and the little girl becoming the giant creepy looking slug Evo, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, and yeah, we'll see what happens next. I don't know where we're gonna go from here. I mean, I don't think she's dead. I thought I mentioned that earlier. I forgot, but because even Agent 6 like, oh, dead, and she's like, I don't know. It's like, I have no idea. I have no clue. I don't think she's dead. They're definitely implying maybe or hinting that she's dead. I don't think she's dead. I feel like that would be too soon to kill her off. And then again, I don't think the show would do that. But then again, I could be wrong, right? I could be wrong. But I'm going to assume that she's not gone. But watch me be surprised and they actually did take her out. That would be a surprise, but I don't think it's happening. I don't think they did it. But anyways, what do you guys think of the episode? I'm curious to know your thoughts, guys. Whatever thoughts you have, guys, please let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.